Hello folks, welcome back to my channel. This is the World of TV Shows, and today I have another episode review for you of NCIS, of Navy NCIS, I should say. And today we're going to be looking at the fourth episode of the first season called The Immortals. The episode originally aired on October 14, 2003 on CBS. It was directed by Alan J. Levi. It was written by Donald P. Belisario, Don McGill, as well as Darcy Myers. So, in this episode, a swimmer is going to stumble upon the buddy of a U.S. I forgot. Let me check here. Of an officer, right? Of a sailor, sorry, who has in his possession some kind of officer's ceremonial sword, according to Wikipedia, as well as some weights. Some weights that are chained to his waist, right? According to Wikipedia, right? So just to remember a few details, I'm looking a little bit in there. So yeah, basically yes, the NCIS team's investigation is gonna pretty much lead them to that USS Foster, that is some kind of a Navy ship, right? If you're familiar with them, and that is kind of underwater, some kind of U.S. Navy destroyer, according to IMDb there too. So yes, they basically gonna go there to run their investigation. And yes, at first it's not entirely the cause of this young man's death is uncertain. Could he have committed suicide? After having talked to the family, Kate, Agent Todd, is pretty convinced that he would not have committed suicide because of his faith and the fact that this would be a sin to do something like that, to do such a thing. So yes, Kate does not really believe in the suicide kind of angle, whereas the other members of the team are going to try to piece things together. And as the title of the episode suggests, the Immortals, they're gonna find out that he was involved in some kind of a role-playing game, right? A what is it called? Role RPG, something like that, right? And basically, yes, and here it says more precisely an MMORPG, right? So basically, they're going to find out that he had some kind of a secret identity and that he used to play the game at first with friends, right, on the ship, but it might have gotten out of hand. So the forensics expert, Abby, is going to try to, she's going to play the game a little bit, and she's going to get a little hype. She's going to get a little, too invested in that, so to speak. So she's going to play the game, and in order to kind of unravel this mystery, right? And they're going to find out some kind of a book, if I'm not mistaken, some kind of story with chapters and all of that, that might have been also that could be key, to solve this case, right? So yeah, this is pretty much it for this episode, The Immortals. What did I think about it? I thought that this episode's pretty good, and it had a lot of nice things. It was kind of funny with Denozo too. I didn't mention it, but in this episode we learn about his love for Puerto Rico, and well, needless to say that his dream might become reality, as you will see, in this episode, what's going to happen, right? In this regard, it's pretty funny, the scenes with Denozo and Gibbs and this whole kind of role-playing game. It was a little bit confusing at first, but eventually, as the episode goes on, you're going to learn, you're going to find out what it's really about. But yeah, The Immortals, pretty good. I enjoyed the beginning too with the Mako shark scene. I mean, there are no sharks, to be honest, but there's the mention of that. And when there's some beautiful scenery in the sea, and you'll see for yourselves, some coral reef, if I'm not mistaken, some fish bank. It's beautiful, and then obviously something happens, and I'll let you find out for yourselves what it is. But yeah, really enjoyed this episode, The Immortals. I thought that it was pretty good. It was interesting. It was good to have this kind of strange case, to say the least, a little bit unconventional, with a whole or role playing game or PG, right? I need to learn that. So yeah, so it was pretty good. I really enjoyed also how Kate is she's pretty invested in the case, you might say. That's why, she's usually in the pictures of the episodes. You see her because it's you can tell that it kind of hits her a certain way. It hits home. It affects her. It does so in certain some ways, right? And you'll find out for yourselves why it is, because I don't want to spoil too much. But up until the very end, something kind of big happens near the end of the episode, and I'll let you find out for yourselves what it is. But yeah, needless to say that this was a nice ride. This was a nice episode, especially with Abby playing at some point the Immortals, the game, and Ducky seeing her do that, and how she's invested and how she wants to win the game. It is pretty funny. There are a few funny scenes there, with Abby that I really thought were cool for this episode. So that was a good episode in my opinion. I did enjoy, like I said, yes, it gets a little bit, you can tell that this is the kind of episode where the line between fiction and reality gets a little blurred, so to speak, and you'll find out for yourselves exactly what led to the sailor's demise, what led to his death, right? And it has some kind of a tragic ending to it as well. And I didn't even mention the actors, so maybe I should do that now. I cannot believe that I almost forgot. So we have the main ones: Mark Harmon, Sasha Alexander, Michael Weatherly, Polly Parrott, David McCallum. Then we have Mark Sivertson, who plays Commander Rivers, who was pretty good. Kyron Mulroney, who plays Lieutenant Reynolds. We have Julian Bailey, who plays Petty Officer Ronald Zuger. We have Brooks Almy, who plays Mrs. McDonald, who's pretty good. Elizabeth Moorhead, who plays Medical Corpsman, who is pretty good in my opinion. We have David Andriol, who plays Lieutenant Commander, and I can see the name. We have Ivan De La Rosa, who plays Exchange Clerk, and there's a funny scene there. We have Eamon Hunt, who plays Chief Petty Officer Morse. Colin Bain, who plays Ensign Ray. We have Bradley Snedeker, who plays Petty Officer Second Class, and I can tell the rest. Jeff Peterson, who plays Brad. Michael Lafferty. Michael McLafferty, who plays Kyle. Then we have Jenny C. Wilson, who plays Lisa. Sorry about that. But yeah, they all did a pretty good job, and I really enjoyed their jobs in this episode. And yeah, like I said, it was a good episode for what it was. So if I were to rate this episode on a scale from 1 to 10, I'd probably give it a 7 out of 10. It was good. It had a nice themes and nice kind of possible scenarios, to say the least. So, not knowing exactly what happened and trying to seeing the team, trying to piece things together, that was the best part of the episode, especially looking into this specific individual's life, kind of trying to understand what led to that, to what they did, right? To try to recreate a little bit, to try to see for themselves what it was like for him, right? So I really enjoyed it. So yeah, 7 out of 10 for me for this episode called The Immortals. What about you, folks? What about you? Did you like this episode, The Immortals? Did you hate it? Did you dislike it? Did you love it? Let me know in the comment section down below. I would really like to hear about your thoughts and views. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next review, God willing, for another episode. In the meantime, folks, stay safe. Goodbye. Take care. This is the World of TV show signing off.